Question 11. Consider the following statements about the polity in the Vedic and later Vedic period. 1. The post of tribal chief was not hereditary in the Rig Vedic period, but it had become hereditary in the later Vedic period. 2. Sabha, Samiti and Vidat of Vedic period increased their popular character in the later Vedic period. 3. There was no standing army for king in the Vedic period, however it was well developed in later Vedic period. Which of the above statements is correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. None of the above. Question 12. Consider the following statements regarding later Vedic society. 1. Caste exogamy was extensively practiced and a rigid social hierarchy was developed. 2. As compared to the Rig Vedic age, women gained more importance in the society and there have been no references to instances of sati and child marriage. 3. The later Vedic culture is also called as painted grey ware iron face culture. 4. Sabha and Samitis continued to hold ground though not like the Rig Vedic age, but the Vidat completely disappeared. Which of the statements given above is correct? A. 1, 2 and 3 only. B. 1, 3 and 4 only. C. 2, 3 and 4 only. D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Question 13. Consider the following statements regarding Magadhan Empire in ancient India. 1. Magadh's rise to political supremacy began with Bimbisara, who belonged to the Shishunga dynasty. 2. Ajatashatru founded the new capital at Patliputra, situated at the confluence of Ganga and Sun rivers. 3. Magadh was the first state to use elephants on a large scale against its neighbors. Which of the statements given above is correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 3 only. D. 1 and 3 only. Question 14. With reference to the early Vedic period, consider the following statements. 1. The early Vedic society was male-dominated. 2. Agriculture was their primary occupation. 3. They domesticated the horse. Which of the statements given above is correct? A. 1 and 2 only. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 1 and 3 only. D. 1, 2 and 3 only. Question 15. With reference to the status of women in the Vedic period, which of the following statements are correct? 1. Women composed hymns and rose to the rank of seers during the early Vedic period. 2. Girls had freedom in the selection of husbands and the parda system was absent during the early phase. 3. Remarriage of widows was permitted during the Rig Vedic period. 4. Status of women declined drastically in the later Vedic period. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. A. 1, 2, 3 and 4. B. 2 and 3 only. C. 2, 3 and 4 only. D. 3 and 4 only. Question 16. The other name of Aryans as observed in the Vedic period is A. Manusi Praja. B. Maruts. C. Pasubandha. D. Goduma. Question 17. With reference to the difference between the Rig Vedic and later Vedic period, which of the following statements is correct? 1. Only voluntary offerings were taken in the Rig Vedic period whereas the system for collection of taxes was established in the later Vedic period. 2. In the early Vedic period, the barter system was more prevalent whereas it was largely replaced by the exchange of gold and silver coins in the later Vedic period. 3. The kings in Rig Vedic time did not possess any standing army but its presence was heavily seen in later Vedic time for territorial expansion. Select the correct answer using the code given below. A. 1 only. B. 3 only. C. 1 and 2 only. D. 2 and 3 only. Question 18. With reference to the economy during early Vedic period, consider the following statements. 1. There was no concept of private property based on land ownership during the Rig-Vedic period. 2. The Rig-Vedic people were aware about basic operations of sowing crops but unaware about concepts of soil fertility. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. Question 19. Consider the following statements regarding ancient India. 1. Ajatashatru was responsible for ending the long-standing rivalry between Magad and Avanti. 2. Smelting of iron ore was extensively done in the cities of the Avanti kingdom. Which of the statements given above are incorrect? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2. Question 20. In the context of the Magad Empire, consider the following statements. 1. The strategic importance of Rajgir declined with the emergence of cannons. 2. The inhabitants of the Magad were mainly Orthodox Hindus of the upper Varnas. Which of the statements given above are correct? A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. Both 1 and 2. D. Neither 1 nor 2.